Like many fans of the game, I am a bit of a sucker for a controversial figure. Whether that be a player, manager, pundit, or whatever you want to call it that splits opinions, it makes things a lot more exciting. Which brings us to today's subject, Alfredo Morelos. Football is full of polarising players, but over the past few years, certainly in Scottish football, few have been as polarising on and off the pitch as the Colombian. Today, we're going to dive into the case of Alfredo Morelos. We will document the rise, the quote-unquote fall, and the controversies along the way. With that being said, what happened to Alfredo Morelos? Just before we do get into today's video, guys, please do consider hitting that like button if you enjoy the content throughout, and subscribing to the channel for daily football content. Born and raised in Chirete, Colombia, Morelos had a passion for the beautiful game from an early age. Raised in a tight-knit family, he discovered his love for football under the guidance of his father. His talent and dedication led him to join Independiente Medellin at the tender age of 15. Living away from his family, Morelos faced the challenges of adapting to a new environment, but his determination to succeed in football never wavered. Through dedication and hard work, he steadily progressed through the ranks of the academy. In 2014, under the guidance of manager Hernan Dario Gomez, Morelos earned a promotion to the first team. On a memorable day, the 18-year-old Morelos made his debut for Independiente Medellin in a Copa Colombia group stage match against Rio Negro. He entered the field as a substitute in the 74th minute of the game, which ended in a thrilling 2-2 draw. A week later, Morelos received his first start for the team. In that match, he showcased his talent and determination by scoring his first senior goal, leading Independiente Medellin to a 2-0 victory over Rivadigo in the Copa Colombia. Throughout the 2014 season, Morelos accumulated 14 appearances and 6 goals across all competitions for the club. These performances earned him a well-deserved runners-up medal in the 2014 Categoria Premier A. As the calendar turned to 2015, Morelos continued his journey with Medellin. In that season, he made 11 appearances, 6 in the Categoria Premier A, and 5 in the Copa Colombia. By the time 2016 came around, rumours circulated in the Colombian media about Morelos' potential move to HJK Helsinki, a European side. This speculation reflected the growing recognition of his talents and the interest he garnered from clubs outside his home country. In 2016, HJK announced the signing of Morelos on loan with an option to buy the striker permanently, and it didn't take long for Morelos to make an impact. On his debut in the Finnish League Cup, he came on as a substitute and scored a crucial goal in the 90th minute, securing a 3-3 draw. Morelos continued his scoring spree in the league, netting 6 goals in his first 5 matches. He scored his first ever career hat-trick in the Finnish Cup, and his impressive performances earned him the September Player of the Month award. In the UEFA Europa League, Morelos scored 4 goals in 6 appearances, including 2 against Atalantas. Morelos finished the 2016 season as HJK's top goal scorer in the league and all competitions, with 16 and 30 goals respectively. In Scotland though, at the time, Celtic had just went the whole season unbeaten and secured a domestic treble. Rangers reacted in appointing Pedro Quineixo for the upcoming 2017-18 campaign. The Portuguese manager, known for his questionable signings, did stumble upon Alfredo Morelos after he was suggested by somebody else. The Colombian signed a 3-year deal with Rangers for a fee of around £1 million. Morelos' journey with Rangers began with his debut in the Europa League first qualifying round. Coming on as a substitute in the 77th minute, he helped Rangers secure a 1-0 home victory. Just a few weeks later, Morelos scored his first 2 goals for Rangers in a resounding 6-0 win over Dunfermline Athletic in the Scottish League Cup. He continued to impress, scoring his first goals in the Scottish Premiership, quickly winning the hearts of Rangers supporters who affectionately nicknamed him El Buffalo. As the season progressed, Morelos proved to be a prolific goalscorer, finishing the campaign with 18 goals. This made him the joint top goalscorer for Rangers. Despite Alfredo's unreal form, Rangers were unable to mount a serious challenge for the title and seek change as Celtic and Brendan Rodgers made it a double treble. This then saw the arrival of Rangers' new manager, Steven Gerrard. The 2018-19 season presented new challenges and opportunities for Morelos. He contributed to demonstrate his goal-scoring ability in the UEFA Europa League qualifying rounds, helping Rangers progress to the group stages with crucial goals against Osijek and Maribor. However, Morelos also faced disciplinary issues during the season. In the opening league fixture against Aberdeen, he was initially shown a red card for an alteration with an opponent. Fortunately, the card was rescinded on an appeal. Morelos continued to shine on the pitch, scoring in league matches and even netting a hat-trick in a League Cup victory over Kilmarnock. Morelos' performances were sometimes overshadowed by his disciplinary struggles. He received multiple red cards in that season, including one against Celtic's Scott Brown in the Old Firm derby. Manager Steven Gerrard stood by Morelos though, offering him support and attempting to guide him through these challenges. Despite the setbacks, Morelos showed his goal-scoring prowess throughout the season, finishing as the top goal-scorer in the 2018-2019 Scottish Premiership campaign with 18 goals. His final goal of the season against Kilmarnock marked a significant milestone as his 100th competitive goal at club level. The following season saw Morelos attract attention from Chinese Super League side Hebei China Fortune, who offered him a lucrative contract. However, he chose to remain at Rangers, rejecting the offer and continue his journey with the club. Morelos started the 2019-20 season on a high note, scoring goals in Europa League qualifying matches and securing a memorable hat-trick against St. Joseph's. He maintained his scoring form in subsequent matches, including a brace against Hibernian and a 6-1 thrashing. Morelos made his mark in European competition, becoming the first ever Rangers player to score in 4 consecutive matches. He also surpassed Ali McCoist as the club's top goal scorer in European competitions, setting a new record of 22 goals. However, after 3 full seasons at Rangers, Morelos was still trophyless and domestic dominance continued across the city, with Celtic securing their 9th title in a row. The next campaign would prove to be a big one for Rangers, Steven Gerrard and Alfredo Morelos, as it was unthinkable for Rangers to allow Celtic to win 10 straight titles, a feat never done before in Scottish football, and surpassing Rangers' record of 9. Despite intense speculation about his future again, Morelos chose to remain with Rangers for the 2020-2021 season, turning down a substantial bid from Lille. His commitment to the club brought excitement to the fans. Morelos wasted no time making an impact on the pitch. He began the season in excellent goal-scoring form, finding the back of the net 5 times in his first 7 games. Following his 5th goal of the season against Hibernian in September, Morelos faced a goal drought in domestic competitions. However, his scoring touch returned in the group stage of the Europa League, where he scored against Lech Poznan and Benfica. Morelos played a crucial role throughout the season, and his performances ensured Rangers finished the season unbeaten in the Scottish Premiership, clinching the top-tier title for the first time in a decade. It was a special moment for Morelos as he lifted his first trophy after 4 seasons with the club. The Next Again campaign would follow a similar story, and Morelos would be subject to a big money move, this time in the form of FC Porto, for a fee of around £10 million. This was again rejected, and he began the 2021-2022 season by scoring his first Champions League goal against Malmo, also becoming the first Rangers player to find the net in the competition in a decade. Morelos continued to make his mark, scoring vital goals in the Europa League and Scottish Premiership. He helped Rangers secure qualification to the Europa League group stage with a crucial goal against Alashkert. Later, he reached a significant milestone, scoring his 100th goal for Rangers against St Mirren and becoming the club's all-time top overseas goalscorer. With the arrival of new manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst, Morelos experienced a resurgence in form. He played a key role in Rangers' victories, including a historic European away win against Borussia Dortmund and a dominant win over Red Star Belgrade. Unfortunately, Morelos' season was cut short due to injury, requiring surgery on his thigh. However, Rangers continued their successful campaign, reaching the Europa League final. Ultimately, after this injury, Morelos would never really regain the heights he once did at Rangers. After an extended absence of almost 5 months due to injury, Morelos made his highly anticipated return to the pitch. However, the road to redemption hit a stumbling block. During a match against Hibernian, Morelos received his 8th red card for Rangers after a controversial incident where he made contact with an opponent. In response to concerns about his attitude and fitness, manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst made the difficult decision to drop Morelos from the squad for a crucial Champions League playoff match against PSV Eindhoven. Despite the big decision, Rangers ultimately prevailed and secured a spot in the Champions League group stage after a 3-2 aggregate victory. Morelos was then kept out of the team due to informed teammate Antonio Kolak. A new manager came in through the door, that being Michael Beale. However, things continued not to work out for Morelos at Rangers, and reports started to emerge that Rangers would not be extending his terms beyond this season. This did come apparent as Rangers announced to their fanbase that he would be leaving the football club at the end of the 2022-2023 season, and El Buffalo said his goodbyes to a packed Ibrox crowd in the final home game of the campaign. So what happened to Alfredo, and why has he gone from being touted for playing at the very highest level and in the best leagues, to now being without a club and being linked to teams in Turkey and Azerbaijan? Well, in my opinion, it just seems he has lost the appetite for the game and could be a case of a new challenge to resurge his career. Rangers have been criticised recently for holding on to players for too long, and throughout his time at the club there were plenty of opportunities for the club to firstly cash out, but to also take Morelos on to the next level and thrive under new conditions. I mean, FC Porto and Lille alike at the times would have been a step up and a logical move for the player. However, it did just seem things went rather stale and Morelos just needs to find that spark again. The talent is there and we know he can score goals, and it's not an injury that contributing to his downfall, just his personal ambitions, and for many years he has been my favourite player, and I really do wish him all the best and hope he rediscovers that goal scoring prowess that's seen him light up Europe and the Scottish Premiership. So there you go guys, that is the rise and quote unquote fall of Alfredo Morelos. Where do you guys think it went wrong for the player, and do you see him regaining his form? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more footballing content. And whilst you are here, why not check out how Declan Rice became England's most expensive player? Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.